What's up, Blizzness Nation? Welcome back to Strictly Blizzness, episode 167, presented by Edge VR Arcade, Cousins Subs, and Creative Edge Promotions. Cousins Subs, where you can get a free fries with a 6.5-inch sub or sub in a bowl. We should probably change what you can get. I'll message them after this episode. Wonder if...
Just cause?
Yeah.
You want
he had
something
said he
different?
would change it up during the season, and we're... Yeah.
Could we do a buy one, get one?
We can see. I don't...
But for right now, GBB fries still
GBB
works.
fries. Sean, you look like you need to stop me. Did I headbutt the mic? Okay. He had a puzzled look behind the camera there. I'm like,
Just wondering, am I supposed to keep...
Oh, you got the promo code wrong, idiot. Like, that's what he was looking at us.
No, he was wondering, are you stopping the show or what are you doing?
I was confused.
Because you did all of a sudden like...
Yeah. He looked really confused for a second. Very cool.
Okay.
Yes.
Guess we're rolling.
We are always rolling.
Well, before we talk about what's on the table, because that usually is our first thing,
Yep.
I think we should talk about the game we had this weekend.
Yep.
So we had a very pivotal game for us. I'm going to show you a little graphic right now. Yes, that is me up against Massachusetts. So I believe it came from a fan page. Not really sure where it came from, but it's out there. So I don't know what they were trying to do with that it was a girl that beat them or what. I'm not really sure. At any rate, we did win the game. I liked the graphic. It made me chuckle. I'm sure it wasn't meant to make me chuckle, but it made me chuckle. I'm sure Max would have preferred his picture up there than mine, but yeah. I think we should talk about, I don't normally dress up in the uniform and hold a football like that, nor do I have blue lips or all of that. That was from clearly that person went out and looked through all of our social media because that was from a
magazine article from Insight.
Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, that was the cover shot, I think. But we had a great game. Massachusetts is always quite the rival, whether they're here or we're there. We did win. It was a little back and forth there for a while. Our defense played much better than they have prior to that game, which was stellar. And our offense had a great game. I have stats pulled up because if I don't read these word for word.
I didn't watch it. I just checked the score. So I live in home games. It's no secret. So...
Well, so Max had 4 passing touchdowns. That's big. I mean, sometimes there was just wide open spaces for him. He had 2 rushing, and then he was 16 for 26 with 155 passing yards, 8 carries for 45 yards. So he had a great game. Ransom had an interception, which was stellar. Patron played very well. Canada broke up 2, should have had 2 interceptions as well. But overall, they all did a great job of bringing home the win. With that being said, I need to give a shout out once again to Mevis.
Sure. Because
he did not miss a kick, and he had another deuce, which is always huge.
Yeah.
Mevis has quite the legs, so... Shout out to Mr. Mevis, to Max, Myler, and notice I'm saying their names correctly, which it seems like everyone that announces for the Blizzard, there's so many different ways they say their names, but that is the proper pronunciation.
Yeah, I'm glad we don't do kicks for sticks on away games. We would be out of beef sticks already. So
it would be.
Yeah. Oh. But we do total energy systems, the powering up your playgrounds. So those game balls will be out. Not game balls. Those kickball, dodgeball, and football will be out in the community soon here. We're just waiting for them to get inbound, so we'll make plenty of visits. It's good. We'll actually be out of when school visits actually are, and we'll still make school visits out of it by delivering those in the summer months. So to principals and teachers.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
Yep. And there's an awesome story there as to why we don't have them yet, but
they were going to be miniature.
Yeah, it's that Derek Zoolander School for Ants scenario where It was. I got a picture of the playground kits that were getting sent out, and it was like next to somebody's keyboard, and that's the first time I saw it. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's not playground size. So,
Well, it could be.
Yes.
It's just they weren't gonna actually have sports.
Yeah, so now they're the right size, and they look cooler. There's less of them in regards to we went to 2 instead of 4 to get dodgeball and football, but they actually look cool. They actually have sponsor logo and our logo on it. So
Well, you can double up. I mean, he's doing such a great job kicking.
yeah, so fun. Fun.
Good stuff. So with our win, that brought us to 3-2. We're still behind Quad Cities, who are still undefeated. So shout out to Corey Ross, because that is fabulous to start out the season that way. Arizona in the other division is 4-0, so they have one less game than Quad Cities, but they are also undefeated. We are now tied with Jacksonville with 3-2, and then the 2-3. Let me just do my cheat sheet here. Fisher's Freight and Mass are both at 2 wins, 3 losses. Tulsa's at 2-2. We play them this coming weekend, and then Iowa got their first win over the weekend. And in other news on the West, we have Bay Area at 3-1. Both Vegas and San Diego are 2-2. And then the Gunslingers are 1-4. Tucson is 1-3. And then the Wranglers, so that's Naz, still has not won a game. But I am sure that will change for them. So there is your report around the league with a bunch of cheating.
Nice.
By looking at my phone. But it was an exciting game. We had Lance's 40th birthday. So shout out to Lance. I'm sure he's going to love that I'm talking about his birthday. And we had a watch party. So I had people that were calling me saying, is there a watch party this weekend? I'm like, well, there is, but it's a surprise party for Lance.
Right.
But it was great. So we got to watch the game. We had some audio issues, which then I found out was not necessarily our audio issues in the venue. It was some issues at Mass, but it all worked out great.
Nice.
Yeah.
So view party this weekend. That's on Saturday, right? Saturday game against Tulsa. I mean, I figured you would know because of all the travel you've had to deal with. We should announce this by that time the episode hits, but I'm pretty sure it's at the bar. We were waiting for the draft to clear. We'll show that. It's another big game against Tulsa, so that'll be on the pickleball court screen. So come out to that one. Bar on Holmgren, huge screen again, so that'll be fun to watch on the theater room-esque type screen. So, yeah.
I will be there.
Nice. I'm not sure if I will be, but the rest of the team will. I get my time with you on a different day this week, but I don't know if I'll be there Saturday. So
we will talk about that at the end of the episode. But yes, Saturday should be a great game. Great game.
Yeah, and you never want to look past an appointment because definitely that last Tulsa game was insane. But we're headed for a showdown on May 10th against Quad Cities in first place. So, Yep. Let's be the one to hand them their first loss. We got to take care of business in Tulsa this weekend. And Tulsa, from IFL News, set some attendance records from everything I was reading. So there was 14,000 plus 1 weekend ago. It wasn't this past weekend. It was the week prior.
I think it was the week prior.
Good job in Tulsa.
Yeah. Yes. It was 15,000.
Yeah. Yep. So it should be a pretty hostile environment again this weekend. So.
Bryce said, did like the whole city show up? I said, well, sounds like it.
Yeah.
But excellent. All kinds of exciting stuff happening around the league. We have an exciting thing happening. We have Sean Mustin coming back.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he's actually on his way to Tulsa.
Okay, cool.
This recording. So
I didn't know how that worked. If he was back and then headed back out, or if he was actually headed back. So
no, he was headed to Tulsa. So the thought is that he may play in the Tulsa game.
Cool. Hit your mic, sorry, Sean.
Or yeah, I mean, that's the plan.
Cool.
That's the hope. So we'll get to see Sean back, which would be great. Yeah, we're in Tulsa all week. I do need to give a shout out to the Tulsa organization, both coaching staff, equipment, and that's more than both, all, I should say. So management, ownership down has been helping us tremendously. We talked about it before, the kerfuffle that we have been in because of the draft here in Green Bay. We got kicked out of our housing to make it available for people coming into Green Bay for the draft, and decided that it would make sense to keep our guys on the road while they tear down the draft and then move back into housing when they come home from Tulsa. So it's been a crazy couple of weeks for the guys. I mean, between having to move, then be on the road for over a week, and then move again when they get home. But thank you to Lakeland College as well, because they housed them and fed them, which was fabulous. And then, like I said, thank you to Tulsa, because they're feeding them and helping us out in many, many ways. There's a lot when you take your team on the road. You need a place to practice. You need a place to work out. You need a place for the trainer to do treatments. You need a medical facility. I mean, there's so many different things that we needed Tulsa's help with, and they came through in a pinch. And, some basics, just like laundry. There's a lot. These guys go through a lot of laundry, repairing of uniforms from the game.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, I got an email or a message from Corey as we're working on some stuff this morning that we have to ship some stuff that way based on some uniform damage, I think. So yeah. I'm probably headed to the coach's office today once I get that email and shipping it to Tulsa. So
yeah. So it's one of those things, and we had to take both uniforms because they're playing, one game in white, but then other game in green. So we had to take both along. I doubt we'll repair any of the white ones on the road, but if we have Mustin coming in, they need another, probably uniform and or a nameplate. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a behind the scene thing, right? That was a Sunday game, so by the time you fly on Monday, I get the thought process, and you can chime in, was to why not just fly to Mass instead of back to Green Bay and the chaos, because no one knows.
To Tulsa.
Oh, sorry, to Tulsa, because no one knows as they're still tearing down.
Right,
a lot of the roads are back open, but we didn't know a lot with the draft. And also you would have flown back out. It's a Saturday game. You would have flown back out again on Thursday, so 4 days. So yep.
Yeah. So not that much fun. We probably would have flown out on Friday morning early. Okay. So they would have been on a bus at 2 a.m. to get on a 5 a.m. flight out of Chicago or something. And yeah, it just would have been not that much fun. So reminds me, I have to book. Sorry, Markel. Didn't do that yet.
Nice.
Anyway, all good stuff.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about the draft?
I didn't.
Neither one of us went.
So yeah.
Oops.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I feel like we've talked enough about it.
I agree. It's done, and now they have to disassemble. And I think that it did well for the NFL, and it did well for Lambeau. I think that a lot of the businesses on Oneida and around the arena and stadium thought they were going to do better than they did, with people coming in just to have a meal or what have you, and they weren't as busy as they thought they'd be. And I heard from people that everything was just so expensive down and around the actual draft area and the theater itself that, there were food trucks and what have you, that they didn't venture out to other venues before going to their hotels.
Got it.
Don't know if that's true or not. I'm just telling you the hearsay that I heard.
Right on.
So, yeah. It's what I got from this last weekend.
All right.
Now we should probably talk about that.
Yeah. So.
Now
got them both.
I hit the mic.
Put it
on
my
gosh.
tab. May 10th, Saturday, 3:05. The last 3:05 game and last Saturday game, we go to outside of if there'd be a playoff one that we don't know. So we go to Friday nights after this game. So Blackout Breast Cancer. So black and pink football. First ever drone show in the Resh, and people got a snapshot of that with way more drones at the NFL draft. It looks cool. So we're excited for that one.
And we've been announcing that before Lambeau decided to do a drone show. Just saying, we're not copying
and
Lambeau.
Indoors.
And we're going to do it
indoor drone show at the Resh. So we're excited. So stay after the game and be sure to watch social media because we'll lay out how post-game flow will go with fifth quarter and everything else. There's a lot of logistics with drones, much like lasers. The nice thing is it's a 3:05 game, so you're not there eternally late anyways. And typical drone shows are 5 to 7 minutes, and I think that's where we are. It's not like 18 minutes like the laser show, so definitely worth hanging around and checking it out. So,
and we will have a fifth quarter, like Ryan mentioned. It's just it won't be on the field.
Correct.
So there will be a way for you to meet players, and like he said, pay attention to social media, pay attention at the game as to where you go after, and then after come back in to watch the drone show.
Yep. Yeah, no, you don't have to leave the building either. Like it'll be contained in the building still.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, we're not sending you out on the sidewalk
Yes.
to meet the players.
Yeah, and there will also be, and I'm pretty sure we can talk about it in here now because now we've talked about it, jersey raffle game for the select versions of the Blackout Breast Cancer jerseys. So they'll have some key words on the back of them. And we will 6 is the count. We will raffle off 6 of them. So our friends from Ribbon of Hope, and I think they're gonna rope in the. I'm gonna get it wrong. Where Stacy's kids go, Green Bay East or West. One of the two football teams is gonna help them.
It's kind
as
of a big deal to have the right one.
I could check, but my phone's propping up the football.
Because we're very high tech here.
One of the local football teams will be helping Ribbon of Hope with sheer manpower to do the 50-50 raffle. So
will they be wearing the jerseys then?
Yeah, I think some of them will.
Okay.
I'm waiting to get a head count and all that stuff. So
and it's pretty cool because we have 6 keywords when dealing with breast cancer that are outlined instead of nameplates. So there won't be any nameplates on any of them. There will be these keywords on them.
Also on my phone, so I can't tell you what those words are.
I know it's like strength, hope, survivor.
Some of them are on here too, yes.
Support.
Yep.
Caring.
So jersey raffle.
Strength.
So you'll definitely, the 2 stairwells for sure. And with the help Ribbon of Hope they should be working the concourse and everything else too. But you'll have an opportunity just via raffle ticket to get one of those jerseys. So
buy some raffle tickets, whether it's arm's length, 2, 3, 5, whatever
50.
you want to do, 50, 100.
Yeah, and part of those proceeds are going to go to Ribbon of Hope too. So it's got also awesomeness.
It's correct. And then you'll also have a regular. Yes. Or we don't know yet.
Working on that.
Okay.
But we think we may run
an auction of some sort.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So this ball is featured at that game.
Yep.
So if you are a survivor, know someone that's currently battling, we invite you to come to this game to see the community support that you have and can have through the Ribbon of Hope as well as the Green Bay Blizzard and some other key sponsors that will be there that night.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally forgot the sunglasses. I'll send Sean an image. So first 1,000 get black and pink sunglasses thanks to our new partner at Cherry Optical Lab. So
and we have another show, so you can always have
one. My bad. Yep.
Yeah, it's not like it's this weekend.
Yep.
May
I still may
10th
send Sean the image. So.
Send Sean.
Yes.
I think Sean should show that
That's a
mass
lot of
thing
S's.
again.
Seashells. Sean sells seashells.
Sean sells seashells by the seashores.
Yes. Yep.
All right. I think that's good on the football front.
Yeah.
We have something exciting happening this weekend besides a football game. Friday night, Thunderbolts comes out, and we're going to the pre-release on Thursday. So very excited to see that. There's been so much hype about this movie. A stellar cast. Looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I haven't been to the movie theater in quite a bit.
You have not. You have not. I did go see Mineshaft.
Oh, Minecraft?
I mean Minecraft, not Mineshaft. Mineshaft
that's
is
the
a bar.
arcade in Oshkosh, right? Yeah.
Well, Oshkosh and down further south, too.
Yeah.
I went to see Minecraft. Yes. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, so
I've heard it's great.
It's fabulous. So I never played the game, but I went with Kate, who has played the game and was actually very good at the game. And if you haven't seen it yet, stay tuned to the very end because there's an after credit that pretty much introduces the fact that there will be another movie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah,
very
it's
cool
set
stuff.
all sorts of records for a video game movie, so I think they'll be okay. So.
Well, and I told you why I walked
Yeah,
out, right?
yeah.
And I never do that. When I got there, there was a disclaimer on the door saying this is an audience participation movie.
Oh.
And so I said to the guy, I said, okay, like how much audience participation is there still? Because the last time I came, we couldn't even hear the movie. And there was one or two kids that tried to pipe up and you hear a mom go, shh. I was like, man, I hope those are her kids.
Yeah.
But if they're not, that was awesome. So it worked out great. We got to see the movie. For an adult, it was hilarious.
Nice.
There were a lot of innuendos for the parents. I love Jack Black, so he was his kooky self. Momoa is also kind of a freak and a kook in that. And then what's her name that was Stifler's mom?
Oh, she's in that?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember.
So
her
she
actor
plays the
name.
principal,
Yeah.
and she's got some one-liners in there that I was like, oh man, it was just too much. So yeah, I can't think of her name, but she is fabulous as well. She's a great comedic actress. Just so funny. And I love the way she talks. And I know that's not how she normally talks, but it works so well for her in this movie. So
yeah, I hope to see
I'd
that
go see
one.
it. I'd go see it. Especially if you've played Minecraft, because you'll understand why people were doing the audience participation.
Okay.
But all good.
Awesome.
I guess that's...
What else you got?
I think that's all I got. Oh, look at that. We did that right.
Actually got it that time.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome. I'm working on guests for the show.
Okay, cool.
So don't know when that will resume, but I'm hoping the next episode.
Yeah, I tried to. I thought it'd be cool. And Nap, shout out to Nap, to highlight some of the young people that work in an unpaid capacity to make this go. Like Tyler, that's a lot of design. Some of the stuff would probably pee his pants to get to do this. So, I thought it'd be neat to highlight in a great way to come work for us as well. So,
yeah.
So some cool stuff coming.
Tyler would be great to have on.
Yeah,
so
he
would Trevor.
actually has class at this time. I tried to get him today, but
okay.
Yep.
Well, he's almost done with school though.
Yes, yep.
So once we get later in the season, some of those guys, but he's graduating, isn't he?
Yeah, yep.
So he'll be entering the real world very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
Right on. Are we you're remote next week? Yes? No?
No.
Oh, it's the following.
No.
Okay. Good. Got it on record here. I thought it was the week after the game you're traveling again.
I am.
Oh, okay.
After this game.
Got it, yes.
That's what you mean.
Yeah,
after
sorry.
this
Yep,
game.
yep.
Yes. Then I will be
Cool.
remote. Correct.
Where you headed?
To the place that you went to a month ago.
Wait. Oh.
2 months ago. Yes. 3 months
Oh.
ago.
Warm weather?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
3 months
I didn't
ago,
know if it
you
was
were
a
there.
Actually, both that's warm weather.
Then
Disney
I
and
went back a month ago, and I'm
Yeah.
going back again.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I'm only going for 5 days this time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, should we hit him with it?
Let's hit him with it.
Go Blizz. Don't forget to like, follow,
Subscribe
share.
and ring that notification bell to get all of our content in your inbox.